What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys have been having a fantastic start to 2022. In spite of these last couple years, it's been crazy. Hopefully this one can, gradually become better. Anyways, last week, I posted a video about the divisional round championship, my reaction to the San Francisco 49ers defeating the Green Bay Packers in the division championship. If you haven't watched it, go watch that. Make sure to, before I continue anything else, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit that notification bell for any new videos that I post, and I will post new videos. So tomorrow's Sunday. Today is the 29th of January, and tomorrow is going to be the AFC and NFC Championship games. The AFC Championship games will have the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. So you have Joe Burrow in the Bengals and Pat Mahomes in the Chiefs. So it's going to be a great game. And then obviously for the NFC Championship, you'll have the San Francisco 49ers led by Jimmy Garoppolo, and you'll have the Los Angeles Rams led by Matthew Stafford. So that's going to be a great game. My opinion as to the outcome for those games, it's going to be, trying to be unbiased pertaining to the NFC Championship, I think it's going to be 50-50. Even though we've beat them 6 times in a row, when it comes to a situation like in the playoffs, those things don't matter. You got to take it like you just started a new season. And with the game that got us into the playoffs against the Rams, that was a great game. We were down 17 points, going into the half. There was a record that, the Rams had where leading into the half, they had around something crazy 41 games where they have won going into the half leading. And we were able to break that undefeated record for them. So in any case, we can't say that, it's going to replicate itself tomorrow, but we hope, for myself as a Niners fan, that it does and we pull out that win. In terms of the most important thing for San Francisco and what they need to win, in my opinion, it's going to revolve around Jimmy Garoppolo. What a big surprise, right? It's always revolved around Jimmy Garoppolo. I know we talk a lot about the run game and Debo and George Kittle, but none of it can really move without Jimmy Garoppolo, right? So all we need from him is more consistency. Obviously, if we can turn down and have 0 interceptions, that would be great. I'd rather take a sack over an interception. If he has to punt the ball, if he has to throw it out, in order to avoid a sack or interception and just hoping for something, do that, please, Jimmy. But I'll take that over interception. In terms of the defense, I trust the defense. I think we got Ambry Thomas back. And I think that's the only person that we needed on defense back. So we're pretty solid there. So I have a lot of confidence in our defense. In terms of the offense, we're questionable on the status of Trent Williams. I think we'll find out tomorrow whether or not he'll play, but he's a big factor. Obviously, he's the best left tackle in the league, and he's going to be a huge factor in the game if either he's not there or he's not doing well because of his injury. Now, in terms of the Rams, they're getting Andrew Whitworth back. They're, all-pro tackle, great tackle, has been with them for a long time, and is one of the best in the league as well. And I think on defense, I think they're pretty set on defense. I think they've got most of their starters, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if something happened to Taylor Rapp, but I think they're pretty solid on both sides of the ball. I think they should have everyone that they need, and they're good to go for tomorrow. So it's going to be a great game with an almost 100% roster for both sides. So it's going to be good. We'll really see how good we are with the talent that we have. And in terms of my trying to be unbiased and deciding who's going to win that game, it's really hard to say, both teams have momentum, but I would lean a little bit more to the Rams, just because I think for the 49ers, when you go into a game, your opponent, you've defeated them 6 times. So I think you kind of get that recency bias, that idea that, you have this record against them. So some people can assume that, oh, this might be the loss that the Rams have always been wanting from the San Francisco 49ers. I think if it was more even, in terms of the record, and they've won some or something, like, I think there's more comfort in that than having this idea that, oh, you've always beat them, because that places a lot of pressure. But great teams don't look at that. I know they're not going to look at that. And I know for Sean McVay, they've tried to act like it's not a big deal, but obviously they are. I think there's a narrative around it, San Francisco not being in their heads, when that is totally not true. Because for Sean McVay to beat us and take that ticket to go into the Super Bowl in SoFi would be huge for him. For him to act like it wouldn't matter, and the fact that it's us that he would have the opportunity to do that with, means a lot more to him and his team. So I think the Rams are going to come out firing on all cylinders. Same with the Niners. So it's going to be a great game. If I had to choose and I wasn't a Niners fan, I would probably lean a little bit more towards the Rams. But being a Niners fan, I'm going to say my Niners are going to win, As for the Bengals and the Chiefs, you've got Patrick Mahomes doing great with the last outing against the Bills, having the ball in overtime to kind of seal that game. And for Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, as many people like to call him now, he's been doing a great job. They already beat the Chiefs in the regular season. One of the big things going into tomorrow's game was the idea that Tyrann Mathieu is going to be back. They lost him last week against the Bills, so that was a huge loss. But many people forget, an analyst pointed this out on ESPN, that Tyrann Mathieu was on the defense when they lost to the Bengals. So we'll see how much of an effect that makes on tomorrow's game. In terms of being able to, from my opinion, deciding if I had to choose which one would win, I would lean more towards the Chiefs, just because they have more playoff experience. And, obviously, I do believe that Patrick Mahomes is coming to this with a hot hand after last week's performance. So, but we'll see what happens. If Cincinnati wins and makes it to the Super Bowl, that would be amazing. I think that will shake up the whole platform of, the football world, and being able to generate new stars that are coming in. Today, they just released the potential for Tom Brady to be retired, but that's still yet to be determined yet, from my understanding. And then we'll see where Aaron Rodgers goes. Obviously, we already know that Big Ben has retired, so he's done. So we're going to this stage now where we're saying goodbye to the old generation of great quarterbacks, and we're welcoming the new ones with this playoff. I think obviously the oldest quarterback now is obviously Matthew Stafford, and he's only 32. So he's still pretty young. He has a lot left in the tank. Tom Brady is 44. So, there's a lot left for Matthew Stafford and in terms of what he can do. So we'll see what the future is for him and the NFL and all these great young talents coming in and shaking up the field. So going back to the Bengals and the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs have the upper hand in this one. So we'll see how that turns out tomorrow. I'm excited. I might do a reaction video depending on whether or not it's here or out with my friends watching it. If I post it, you'll see, obviously. But anyways, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Who's going to win? And if you already saw, let me know what you thought of the game. Hope you guys are staying prayed up, staying blessed. You know what? Make sure that you support each other. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. I love you guys and appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, peace.